on, guys? It's Cody's brother. And today, I have a different story for you guys. It's fishing based, but the story of my first fish. Leave it down in the comments below if you guys have any stories about your first fish. If you remember it, if you caught it when you were young, caught it when you were around like my age. Leave it in the comments below. But this story happened when I was about 9 or 10, somewhere around in that region. And let me tell you guys, I was so freaking immature. This has nothing to do with the story, but I was so freaking immature. I just want to tell you guys that I was so freaking immature when I was freaking 10. And it was whenever there was like a hill or something, and I climbed up a tree or something, I would just be this freaking huge daredevil. Of course, I'm not that freaking dumb now. Matured a little bit, but I'm getting off track. So this is the story of my first fish. So, I said it earlier, but I was around 9 or 10. Can't remember which age, but I was around 9 or 10. And I never really caught a fish when I went fishing with my brother. I always would get so close to catching one, but I never could. And so I just called it quits. I fished sometimes, but I would always go down here with my brother. And while he fished, I would mainly just get by the bank of the water and catch a bunch of freaking minnows. Because, honestly, it was more entertaining than catching a fish. Or as I thought so, because I never caught a fish at the time. And so, one day, I was just catching minnows. And my brother called me across the pond. He was like, "Yo, Clayton, you want to try to catch a bass?" And I was like, thinking in my head, I was like, you know what, Clayton? You barely ever try to fish anymore. You should just try to catch a bass. You never know what's going to happen. I was like, heck yeah. Then I walked over there on the other side of the pond where my brother was calling me. And he handed me the rod. And I freaking done the crappiest cast ever. You guys, if you guys saw the cast, you would literally probably vomit. Your eyes would probably vomit. I'm serious. And so on. I was reeling it in. And my brother put on this kind of lure. It was like a really long lure. I can't tell you guys what it looked like. It just looked so freaking weird. And let me remind you, this is my first cast. And I was just reeling it in, just chilling. Just reeling it in. And then all of a sudden, a freaking side of a bass emerges and freaking slaps the side of my lure. And I freaking start panicking. But I did hook it when I was panicking, which was good. And my brother was yelling at me like, "Yo, Clayton, reel it in, reel it in." And there I was, freaking 9-year-old arms, freaking struggling to get freaking put in this 2-pound bass. My gosh. So freaking weak. And I finally got the bass up to the bank after freaking like 30 seconds of struggling. And my brother pulled it out of the water, and there was no way I was touching that bass. There was no way. I don't know why, I just didn't like the feel of a fish. I was afraid it was going to bite me. I was like, no, not today. So my brother held it, and he took a picture of it. I think it was either 2 or 2.5 pounds. I think it was a very good first fish for me. And it was a largemouth bass. Man. I don't remember every detail about the story, but I do remember it. That's the story of my first bass. You guys leave it in the comments below the story of y'all's first fish. See ya.